Alright, so now, let's go ahead, because Sul Ul will have our next quest for us. So, let's speak with him to take on the level 78 Tank Cardinal Virtue challenge entitled The Hardened Hearts. Sul Ul seems rather more pleased to entertain you than Granson. I wonder why that is. And so, what are you going to tell us? Exemplary timing, Shinji. 'Twas not more than a moment ago that Granson returned, having at last obliged my humble request. And what was that? Humble request, my arse. This one's no better than the old aristocrat, so accustomed to making others do their bidding. I tell you, there's something off-putting about taking orders from a dog. Ho. Yeah. You continue and give me cause to reconsider aiding our hunt. Perhaps you should ask your questions. Fine. Shinji said he saw a vision of you and Branden looking thick as thieves. You were friends, eh? Know what he's up to now? Branden is dead. He died a century ago, together with his comrades in an attempt to halt the flood that they themselves set in motion. I presume you speak of the eater that took possession of his corpse? The Kyle scene, aye. But unlike most eaters, he's been doing more than roam about aimlessly. For some reason, he's been hunting down royal treasures of old Vorbut. And he's been killing anyone who got in his way. Is he now? What irony! Even in death he remains a slave to duty. A knight brave and true. He's a murderer, and I'll not hear it said otherwise. He ruined my life, killed my beloved right before my very eyes. Every night I go to bed dreaming of the day I'll take my revenge. Oh, I see. You have truly suffered a terrible loss. But while your thirst for vengeance is quite natural and understandable, it is ultimately misguided. Unusual behavior notwithstanding, the Kyle scene is nevertheless no more than an eater. To hate him is to hate the sea that claims the ship, the disease that steals the child, the tremor that topples the home, the mindless force of nature that begets destruction, driven by fragmented memory. Don't you dare make excuses for him. You think I wanted any of this? I grew up on a farm. I could barely wield a sword. And now I've got to kill one of the bloody Cardinal Virtues. Hate and anger and vengeance are all I've got now. My every waking moment is dedicated to plotting his death. It has to be. It has to be! So just tell us where the God's damned ring is and we'll be on our way! This is how it has to be, Who you have to be? Nay, I think not. You ask too much, demand far, far too much, and in exchange for what? This I cannot abide. Are you trying to barter with me? You little shite! Tell me what I want to know or I'll beat it out of you! Yo, boy, are we getting violent or what? Back off, Shinji. I won't let anyone or anything stand between me and Melinda's murderer. Yeah, get it out of your system, man. Branden was a dear friend. To know that an eater disgraces his flesh and his memory pains me more than I can well express. It would bring me great comfort if you were to grant him peace. I should like to share with you a story, if you would be so kind as to join me in Liagia. Alright then. This had better have a point. Oh, it will. It has to, because we haven't seen the backstory battle yet. What are the classes like? Well, the game is that you get 8 starter classes to work with. You have some tank classes, a healer class, and 5 classes that are known as DPS. For tank class, and also you also have 3 hub cities that you can start in, and what you choose to start the game as also determines where you start it. So you'll have Gladiator, which is a sword and shield, Pugilist, which is a martial artist, Thaumaturge, which is an elemental mage, Conjurer, which is a healing mage, Lancer, which is a spear wielder, Archer, which obviously uses bow and arrow, as well as Marauder, which uses an axe, and Arcanist, which uses a spellbook. So those are the 8 starter classes, and they all start in 3 different cities. So if you're doing this with your friends, you might want to possibly think about either choosing a hub city where you can all start from, or branching out to see, because depending on how many friends do you have, if you don't mind me asking there, Brand or Panda? Yeah, because if you have at least 4 of them, then what you can do is you can have someone play a tank role, someone play the healing role, and you can have your other 2 friends choose any 2 DPS classes that they want, and you can make yourselves a full party of 4, because 4 people go into dungeons in this game. So if you're in a group of 4 and you're all playing together, you'll be able to get through it a lot more quickly. So let's go ahead and speak with Su'ul and see what we're going to get with Branden's backstory quest for battle. So as we stand in front of the magnificent Liagia, it really looks like a wonderful cathedral at night, doesn't it? 'Tis beautiful even now, a palace of forgotten dreams. But before it was Liagia, in the time of Robert, it was Grunus Licht. The memory of mine in which you walked was at for a troubled time, when the people of our kingdom were preyed upon by an ambitious fool. Yeah, and who was that fool? Branden, then a young knight who had only just won his spurs, had caught the eye of Princess Soldia, who chose him as her personal guardian. However, he was far too inexperienced and was unable to keep her safe when she ventured outside these walls on one of her investigations. Yeah, can we guess what happens next? For his failure, he was stripped of his knighthood, and shortly thereafter he quit Vorbert. I thought I would never see him again. Oh, but the princess lived? Wow. How did she survive? But then one day he returned, one of several wandering adventurers, led by a man named Albert, who had accepted our invitation to look into the mysterious transformations, which had continued unabated in Branden's absence. Lady Soldia was overjoyed, and for a time it was like nothing had changed. They spoke often and grew even closer. But then... And then came the day when we learned the truth. Go on. When we learned that the architect of our kingdom's suffering was none other than the cult mage Tadric. Yeah, why did I have a feeling it was him? Yeah, a saboteur in your midst. Which brings us to the required battle. It'll be just 2 of you? Alright, well that's still gonna be fine for you to team up and help each other out. Just choose a hub city, each one of you take a different class, and you're all set. It's him, Branden. I'm sorry. Yeah, once suspicions have been confirmed. So am I. Come, let's have done with it. And so, in we go. So upon our arrival, we've got our quintet here, and we got a stare down on our hands. And apparently they'll honor your control too. Yeah, gritting of teeth is never good. It was you, Todrick! Do not deny it! Tormenting our people, twisting and transforming them into monsters! And for what? Branden, Branden, Branden. And after I took such pains to be rid of you. No, you didn't do hard enough. You may strip me of my titles, but not my oaths. I shall serve Lady Soldia till my dying breath. As you like. Once I've killed you and your friends, there will be no one left to stop me from claiming the throne. Hear me, my children. The hour of reckoning is at hand. Rejoice, for in noble sacrifice shall you find everlasting glory. Yeah, and then he goes ahead and turns all of his loyals. Lotatric, it hurts! Well, that's supposed to hurt. You're about to get turned into what you despise. Soon you shall know no more pain. Yeah, because he now gets to breed 6 black gargoyles. And their sights are set on us. I was going to make it quick for old time's sake. But now I think I ought to take my time. And so, let's have at it. Yeah, we've got a lot of fresh meat to slay. So I assume I will have some tank abilities that will allow me to hold aggro and whatnot. Well, we'll know soon enough once we get started fighting. Yeah, and we gotta fight... Okay, so I do have Eclipse. And I do have Chivalrous Spirit that I can use. As well as Interject, Fight or Flight, and a regular Fast Blade. Alright, let's go start swinging for the fences. Yeah, stack them all up. Oh, and it even has an enhanced version. Awesome. The direct approach isn't working. Well, we are getting everything damaged. That's what matters. What happens when I use this? Okay, that's just for healing. Okay. That's what you get for trusting a court mage. Indeed. Yeah, draw everyone over here. Yeah. Everyone, please make sure your hands and feet are in the blue circle at all times. Whether or not we can actually make anything happen out of it remains to be seen. But there we go. And now you and I shall duel. Oh, I don't think he's going to be summoning that quickly. With so many lives at my disposal. Because, yeah, look at all this over here. And all those over there. Yeah, we're not going to stop this one. Oops, that was not the button I wanted to press. Also, that's a split situation. Yeah, double stack mech? You're out of your mind. Yeah, make sure to give me those heals. Oh, wait a minute. What's over here? Okay. Now, also my hands are getting confused. Alright. Oh boy. Keep me alive. Keep me alive. Yeah, this may also be the... Ah! You don't remember those things? How could you? Yeah, stack them. Alright. Okay, they're dead. We still gotta deal with these two. What is life but a medium for my magics? I suppose, when you put it that way. Ah! Checkerboard! Yeah, we can't keep this up forever. More checkerboard. And also, there's a screaming child outside of my apartment. And boy, that kid's got some lungs on him. I don't know if his voice, if his screaming is picking up on my microphone or not, but I can hear it as clear as a bell. Oh, over here, over here. Yeah, there are so many. Yeah, come on, you two. Where are you, Randa Ray? Where are you there, Neilbert? And now for you again. But there's still 4 left. Yeah, don't touch her, you bastard! Yeah, sadly we cannot stop that. Oh! Well, crap. I lost. No! Alright, get ready this time. Alright. Monstrosity goes off. We'll get in your way. Yeah, you're blocked out. And we survived. Alright. Hard part's over? Or is it just beginning? It's just beginning. They got turned into manticores. Oh, hello there. Thank you for your tell. But we gotta get this dead first. No! Okay, yeah, he's got a huge load of something. That hurt. Now I gotta hustle over to Ardbert. And the race is on. The race is on to bleed Tadric of half of his health before he gets off this Quake 3. Yeah, no need for any fight or flight or anything. This is just a pure go for it. Pedal to the metal, do not look back. So that's a lot of health to bleed through. But we might just pull this off, and it looks like we will. Got it. There we go. But yeah, that was definitely the hardest of the Cardinal Virtue battles. Yeah, everything is the best or the worst or the hardest in this line of quests. Meddlesome wretch! This kingdom is by rights mine! Well, we just changed that. Branden, what is the meaning of this? Well, we have something to tell you. Tadric, you... But why, after serving us faithfully for so many years? I am no servant! No servant! Not of your father, or mother, or you! So yeah, tries to get off one last shot, and succeeded. But lady! You're like, no! God damn you! Yeah, his parting shot before he collapses. Yeah, if he can't have the throne, no one will. Well, that sucks. Well, she can still keep her eyes open. Lady Soliel, speak to me! Yeah, give us your final words.
Branden, my dear brave Branden, am I your princess still? Will you honor your vows, even now?
Now or never after, my lady. My sword is yours to command. Which probably explains this. And we can't turn it back.
That is well. When I have the strength to wield it myself. Still your heart, brave Branden, for the good of Verbert and her people.
No! No! No, I cannot! I will not!
Honor your vows to your kingdom, to your princess.
Yeah, he really doesn't want to do this. Like, put your little hand in my big ones. Yeah, quickly before she goes too far. Yeah, now she's convulsing. So we're just gonna stand there and let her do it. Didn't kill her before she could have changed.
To your friend who never doubted you, who knew that you would return and see justice. Justice.
Yeah. I think you have your orders there, Branden. You gotta carry them out.
No, it should be me.
Yeah. I'll make this quick, I assure you. Hopefully.
Branden, my sword, now and ever after.
Yeah. Yeah, like, takes a blind swing and just does it. And thus ends the Vobert bloodline of their royalty. And just in time for the mysterious Silva to arrive. And see that this is not a pretty sight.
We've rounded up the rest of Todrick's co-conspirators and tossed them in the jail. The ones who hadn't been corrupted by his magics, that is.
As for everyone else, we may have won the battle, but we lost the war. And then Tadric ends up having the last laugh. Yeah. Found a shiny blue crystal. Yeah. It's yours now. The last memory you have of her.
Oh, not hesitate again. No other cost, no matter the sacrifice.
Even with tears in his eyes, which I didn't know male Rogadin could do. Come around there, Shinji.
Well, you saw what happened?
Indeed we did. It was not pretty. So let's tell you everything we just saw.
Wicked White. She begged him to do it. Like Melinda. Come, let us quit this place and return to Pliany.
Yeah, we need to get out of here. I think this is too much even for him. Yeah, not so different now, huh? Alright, back to Pliany. Alright, so now we'll see what Sul-Ul will be telling us to do next. Because, yeah, unlike the other Cardinal Virtues, we've had very little interaction with this one. It's only happened once, and then that was it. So what are you going to tell us?
Do you know why I entered into the royal family's service many long years ago? Because when I was attacked by a wild beast which nearly tore me to shreds, it was Lady Soldia who came to my rescue. She saved me, and that is a debt that can never be repaid, for there is not in this world which holds greater value than life itself. Not even her death absolves me of it, and so I must always first consider her wishes, her desires, what she would want for me and for her kingdom. For Branden, and yes, even for you, grandson.
For me? Yeah, even though you've never lived here?
To define oneself in opposition to the other, an other bereft of complexity of nuance, wholly devoid of redeeming qualities. A villain. Indeed, there is comfort and certainty in hatred. But it is a false and fleeting comfort. But with lies we tell ourselves about who we are, what we must be, what we must do, and never you mind the cost. If anything, the more we offer up in sacrifice, the better. Do you not see? Branden was right to hesitate, to doubt. The unwavering blade cares not whom it serves nor who it cuts.
I think I need a moment. Yeah, your world has been shaken again.
Perhaps you do as well. Leave us for now, Shinji.
Oh, but we have no intention of going anywhere because we have unfinished business. But we will take our experience that we don't need, Gil, plus some paella. Yeah, thank you for giving us the conveniently gifted food stuff that we can use in our final battle. Which we'll go ahead and begin right now. So let's go ahead and speak with Sul-Ul to take on the level 80 Tank Cardinal Virtue Challenge entitled To Have Loved and Lost. Sul-Ul is eager to hear what Grandson has to say. So sometime later,
Grandson, I have given you ample time to consider the path that has brought you here, and where it invariably leads all who walk it.
I didn't know what to do after I lost Melinda. How to mourn her or how to live. I felt that if I put it all on the chaos scene, yeah, here we go again, put my everything into the hunt, that at least I wouldn't have to think about myself or what comes next. I wanted to hollow myself out and fill up that hole that with hate. Forget who I was, and, irony of ironies, that's just what the poor bastard tried to do to himself a century ago too, isn't it? Hard men making hard choices. What rot. Hold on to Melinda and the memories you shared, let that love guide you. Think not of the chaos scene but Branden. Grant him peace and you'll find your own, or just say nothing. No, you have your love. You're right. I don't need the hate. Never did. I'll finish it for Melinda, and for Branden. And then I'll move on.
Move on, you say?
Yeah, to what? I can't live off of hate. Shouldn't have made it this far, frankly. And the more I try to reach for it, the more I find sorrow, pity.
Curse not fate, but mourn her victims. Remember the dead as they lived.
Aye, something like that. Reckon Shinji would agree. And Melinda, if she were here, would probably slap me a dozen times and call me a bloody fool for acting the way I have. And so, or maybe you've been thinking about doing that in her stead, eh? Apologies for treating you with such disrespect before, Sul-Ul. I'd like to claim I finally understand what you've been trying to tell me all this time, but I'm still getting my head around it.
Recognizing your faults is the first and most important step. I will tell you what I know of the Claws of Orthus. The ring, together with the bracelet and choker, were 3 relics passed down to the royal family over generations, signifying the owner's right to rule. Princess Soldia was the last of her line, and after her death, they were stored in a sanctuary for safekeeping. However, a year ago, a band of thieves learned of its existence.
The ones who stole the fangs and eyes of Orthus?
Yes, the relics were concealed with magical wards. I can only presume that once they were spirited away, the Kaiosine was then able to sense their presence.
Even in death a slave to duty, you said? You think he pursued the thieves out of an instinct of loyalty to his princess?
That I do. After all, he was content to leave them be so long as they remained hidden.
Only 2 of the 3 were taken? Then the 3rd is still out there.
Claim the Claws of Orthus and he will surely come for you, yes.
And so?
Timgias is where you must go. Once you arrive at the palace I marked on your map, cast this powder into the air. The glamour will fade and you will see the chest with the ring. The rest is up to you.
Alright then. Thank you, Sul-Ul. I promise we will bring your friend peace. With me, Cinna? And so away we go.
And may you find peace as well, child.
Let's hope so too. Alright, away we go. Out of Plenty and off to find what we require. Which obviously sounds like it's going to be underwater. So we're going to have to swim for this one. So let's go find where the particular part of the lake is going to hide it. Now, of course, it's obviously going to be among the village's ruins. Although, we might actually not even need to be in water. No, we're just going to go right past it. Yeah, this is going to be a lot closer to Lita Loran than the village. Wow, that's surprising. Oh, but they want us to go into this lake, maybe? Oh no, we don't even need to do that. Alright. So we made it to where we need to be. Where's that paella we just obtained? Oh, we already had 2 others, so... yeah, just adding on to the total. Alright, let's go. So obviously we'll be synced down because I'm so strong. You toss the powder into the air, and as it slowly settles to the earth in twinkling motes of light, a coffin begins to take shape. And there it is. And inside, a variety of things, including the rain. This must be the Claws of Orthus. Well, that's left us to decide is where and when we want to confront the Eater. Well, given that we're in possession of the ring, I doubt we'll have to wait very long. I was right. Yeah, he's like going somewhere. Or we could deal with it here and now. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Indeed. Hey there, old man. I don't know you and you don't know me, but I know your story. I know this isn't you, and I know that if Lady Sordia was here, she'd say the same thing. It'll all be over soon, I promise you. Yeah, I'm ready to rock, man. And so for the final time, let's go ahead and get ourselves a shot at a Cardinal Virtue. Ah, Yuna, you just arrived in time for the main events. I love it when people show up right on time for the main event. Alright, let's do this. Give you everything I got right out of the gate. Also, I don't have the Royal Guard up. I need to have that. Also, I think Granson's moniker is very appropriate. Of the Mournful Blade. Yeah. Yeah, there you go, Granson. Have one on me. Alright, he runs over here. Goes for a Seraph Blade. Oh, sloppy! Yeah, that's how you roll, huh? Oh, that was quite an impressive knockback. And he's leaving Ethereal Ruptures. Ah! Yeah, it's like, what do I do? Yeah, Granson, get me out of here. Alright, so... was that gonna happen no matter what? I guess I should ask that. Was I gonna get sucked in regardless of what I tried to do? Well, one thing's for sure, he's definitely getting more aggressive. Alright, Bright Spears on the field. And checkerboards. Avoid the spirits without. Ah, he got away. What you gotta do? Sloppy. Might makes right, huh? Oh, it's one of these things. While also trying to avoid the checkerboards. Yeah, drop your checkerboards at least first. Oh, awkward. And ultimate. Okay. Yeah, right now we're trying to outrun... Ooh, yeah, gotta run over here. Yeah, we're trying to outrun him getting... Granson getting dead by AoE. I got away! Oh, and here he goes again with his Ilbert impression. Sloppy! No, Granson, you don't want to follow me. Trust me, you don't want to follow me. That's a bad idea. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's a shame. Our battle has already torn up all these flowers. Ah! staying clear. Oh. Yeah, I'm counting on you too. Yeah, it really is a race right now. I wish I could heal him, but I don't know if I have an ability as a gunbreaker to do that. Yeah, keep your eyes on me. Clear, get clear. Oh, ran right to ya. Oh, and he's doing this again. But yeah, can we outrun him? Sloppy. Oh, doing this again. Curse you. Drop your guard. And there we go. On to 20%. Oh, no, bad. Okay, he comes to me. Yeah, this is definitely a slog of a fight. Kaiosine giving it everything they've got. And more Elber because he just can't stop copycatting. Sloppy! Alright, strike you down with that. Get away from you. Avoid the checkerboard. And charge! Yep, we're gonna outrun him. Branson will have enough health for us to beat Mr. Kaiosine. Yeah, bleed out, you. Yeah. You can't run away from me. I've got you. Maybe. Man, you're gonna draw it out like this? Like, die already. There we go. Got it. He was like, man, just let me beat you. Damita, let him go. He's not your bloody puppet. And there it goes. The Sin Eater's wickedness disperses and its crystal remains. Huh. Finally. You watching, Melinda? I'm sure she is. Shall we help ourselves to our treasure? So pick it up. And see what we've seen with 3 others. Turn on the light. And as the sun sets here on Ilmeg, we get Branden's final words. Now and ever after, my lady Soldia. My sword is yours to command. Branden? He's still in there? And then he just goes over there too. Yeah, a wandering soul. Oh, not hesitate again. No matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. Wait, is he trapped in the memory still? Yeah, that's how it works with these guys. You're wrong, Branden. That's not what she would want. Let go of your anger. Let go of her. But he's not finished. Well, at least now he appears in his regular paladin form. Well, that will make me lesser in your eyes, won't it? to shoulder a burden that need not be mine. No, I will not forsake compassion and love. I will not dishonour your memory. Oh, my lady Soldia. And away he goes for good. He's gone. But look what he left behind. Yeah. And you don't have to worry about him chasing you. And with that, the three treasures of the royal family are reunited. Now we've just got to find a place to stick them so that no scavenger ever stumbles upon them again. Got any ideas? Least we can do for the princess and her knight, am I right? That is very true. Maybe Sul will have some ideas. Let's head back to Pliny. Indeed, let us do that. Hey there, Chaz. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Yeah, that is a pretty sweet sunset. Alright, back on over to our friends. Now that we've accomplished what we needed to do and have successfully shown off all 4 Cardinal Virtues, it now becomes a matter of getting Shinji, because he is our warrior of light / darkness for this storyline, to get him to 80 on an attack mage and get him to 80 on a healer, which I have been in the process of doing. It'll take me a while to get there, but I will make it.
Is it done? Branden has been laid to rest.
Yes, he has. You saw us when we arrived. Do you really have to ask? Yeah, I think he's hiding a smile underneath its armor.
Oh, I suppose not. Oh, my dear friend, I pray you have found peace. And what of you, grandson? Has the turmoil in your heart subsided at last?
Hi, I suppose so. Though, to be honest, it felt like I made my peace with him before we even fought. What's with the head shake?
Because you finally saw him for what he was and accepted that truth into your heart. The battle was but an afterthought.
Easy for you to say. You didn't have to cross blades with a bloke. By the way, I brought you some gifts. Yeah. I think you know what to do with them.
The 3 royal relics of Vorbat. Then Branden was safeguarding both of the bracelet and the choker.
And now it's your turn to look after the whole lot. That's what Lady Soria and her knight would have wanted, I reckon.
Yes, of course, that their souls may sleep soundly forevermore, we shall enshrine these relics for all eternity.
Now that that's settled, I suppose we should be on our way. There's a detour I'll have to take, but afterwards, I'd like to speak with you back at the usual spot in the Crystarium. Yeah, I think I know exactly where you intend to go. Be well, Sul-Ul. Yeah, he's gonna head over to Right first to pay his respects to Melinda's grave.
I think that one has a bright life ahead of him. Few can find the strength to overcome such terrible tragedy, but he did. As have you on no few occasions, I am sure.
Oh, thanks for recognizing that.
It has been a pleasure, Shinji. Do visit me should you ever yearn to hear an all-full prattle on and on.
And who knows, we may have to take you up on your request. To the Crystarium! I panicked at one point in the fight and ended up automatically failing it, so I had to redo it. Back to the pendants. And so, let's make our way back over to Granson. Hey there, my main man. How are ya? So, did you pay your respects as I thought? Well, Mitsuna, glad to see you made it back safe and sound. Having returned to where it all began, I can't help but think back to when I first came here, thinking only of the chaos scene and my revenge. I was so wrapped up in my own personal affairs that I didn't realize I was only pushing others away. Glenyard was the only one with the facade. He's a perceptive one, aye. Took one look at me when I got back and broke into a smile. But enough about him. I've yet to thank you properly, Shinji. I owe you so much for sticking with me to the end. So what's next for you, Senator? Say nothing. Nah, let's ask what he's gonna do next. Because I think we already know. If he hasn't already done it. Good question. Can't say I feel at home here, or in Right or anywhere else. So I might spend some time on the road. I may not be as skilled a fighter as you, but I reckon I'm better than most, and there's always someone in need of a reliable sword hand. And so, Melinda would want me to use my talents for a noble purpose, and helping folks in need fits the bill. Hells, isn't that what Branden and his comrades wound up doing in the end? So, let's not call it a goodbye. Let's just say, until the next hunt. Indeed. So where we ultimately will see him again, if we have a quest line that will see him return, who knows. Got a last word for me? Wherever you so go, may you find shade, sinner. Well, don't worry. I made sure to bring it to you. And so there he goes. One last word before he leaves the city for good. Or just a smile. His journey begins anew. But yeah, I think we said it before, which I'll say again after we take our 2,789 gil, which I think was the most weird money reward we got out of any of the 4 Cardinal Virtues, as well as the Battle Dance, Savage Aim, and Savage Might Tier 7 materia. And there we go, all 4 Cardinal Virtues. And we earned the achievement Speaker for the Righteous. So, I did say this earlier, and so I'll say it again. We definitely saved the best for last. The tank Cardinal Virtue had the best storyline. We had a really impressive battle, and how it all unfolded for Granson and for Branden when it was all said and done was much better than any of the other Cardinal Virtues we encountered or the people we helped to slay them. So now begins the arduous task of getting Shinji to level 80 on Healer and level 80 on Attack Mage. I've gotten him past level 30 on Conjurer, and I'm going to get him up to White Mage soon, and I just started him on Red Mage recently. So I don't know how long it's going to take me in order to get to those 2 milestones, but as far as grinding is concerned for Shinji, aside from doing the main story and also building up his gear in terms of getting everything that he needs, we'll definitely make it. I know we will, because of course the new patch comes out in a few weeks, so we have a lot to look forward to. Don't have a specific date for it yet, but I know it's going to be definitely close to our Free Company's 4-year anniversary, which is in 3 weeks, by the way. So yeah, milestones all around. Plus, also on top of that, All Saints Wake is going to start in a couple of weeks too. So yeah, this is going to get busy real quick, so I'll make sure to have Shinji as ready as I can make him when we get to the new patch, given that, as I mentioned before, my main focus after getting the main story done was getting him leveled up on Gunbreaker and Dancer. He's maxed out on Gunbreaker now. He only needs a couple more levels for Dancer, and then once that's all taken care of, I can start leveling up on his Red Mage and White Mage. So, thanks to everyone who came out. Thanks for being such a great audience, and for following me on these 3 journeys that we took to see the remaining Cardinal Virtues for the tank, for the healer, and for the attack mage. And so now it's just a matter of seeing if there's anything more beyond all of that. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers live. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for our weekly Tales of Eorzea vlog. And we might do some streaming on Twitch as well. We'll see what happens. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, this is Matthew with Navarro Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.